Hi everyone. Yes, today is International Youth Day, and our president, His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, packaged a message for this day, which we are going to go through. But before that, you need to know that this International Youth Day is celebrated and observed actually every year on the 12th of August across the planet, across this entire world. The day is marked for giving new initiatives and the action taken by the youth. Also on this day, in serious countries governed by leaders, on this you need to quote me very well, in serious countries governed by leaders, the government and the citizens always come together to bring attention to the problems faced by the young generation, because you all know any government that despises the abilities of its youth in nation building and development is simply as a dead one, like ours here in Uganda. You all know we the youth have the power to help a country develop and move towards progress. We are responsible first of all for bringing a social reform within the country. We determine the future. So you despise us, you despise development. The UN, that is the United Nations, as an international intergovernmental organization that was actually found by 51 countries way back in 1945 after the Second World War, committed to maintaining international peace and security, developing friendly relations among nations, and promoting social progress, better living standards, human rights, and the kind. You know, it came up with the DC Youth Day. The World Conference of Ministers responsible for youth, of course, to the United General Assembly, recommended this day. And this particular day, the Youth Day, was first celebrated in 1999 on the 12th of August. Since then, the day is celebrated across the entire world. You know, with the campaigns, events, you know, community concerts, to pass on or to bring to the attention the social, economic, social, political issues that we, the youth, face. So today, actually, for those who followed the events at Kamocha, the headquarters of our National Unity Platform, the People Power Youth, or you can say NUP Youth, but I believe People Power Youth sounds better. The People Power Youth held a conference where they addressed a number of issues that we, the youth, face. And of course, they suggested remedies, what we can do to change things. But of course, the message mainly focused on changing the status quo. It capitalized mostly on causing an unfictional socio-economic and political change, ousting this dictator, making sure that we get rid of the dictator and redirect our country back to the right path. His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, aka Bobiwine, used this opportunity of this day actually to also convey a message to we, the youth, in this our country, Uganda, Africa, and the entire world at large. And the message says, in commemoration of the International Youth Day today, I would like to salute the young men and women out there on the front line of the struggle for a better country. Some, like Ritah Nabukenya, Kyeyune and Hakim Ssekamwa, have paid the ultimate price. Sserunkuuma JohnBosco, Olivia Lutaaya, and thousands of other youth are still languishing in jail, detained without trial. Others, like Matovu Denis, have been tortured to near death for supporting change. These and many other youth in similar circumstances who do whatever is within their power to change the punishing status quo are the heroes of the day. I would also like to appreciate the young men and women out there toiling to earn a meal for their families. That we celebrate this day at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic has had a devastating impact on businesses and the economy in general is a reality upon which we should pause and reflect. How we move on and thrive amidst these circumstances will depend on the hard work of youth and their demonstrated commitment towards a better future for all, but also on what steps the national leadership takes to mitigate COVID-19's impact on the economy. Suspending taxes on small-scale businesses, lifting curfew and unreasonable restrictions on the entertainment industry will give enterprising youth who depend on these sectors a fighting chance to thrive again. We are removing a dictator, free all political prisoners. That was the message, well packaged and up to point from the president himself, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. On the other side, Honorable Zake, the MP for Mityana Municipality and of course the Commissioner of the Parliament, said this year's Youth Day finds Uganda with one of the world's youngest population, largely constituted by youth aged between 18 and 35. Younger Ugandan men and women are sadly in anguish, living in total devastation, with many drowning in the sea of unemployment. Those who study up to university and graduate end up either unemployed or underemployed when they have a chance to be engaged. Out of the sobering realization that most of our challenges are so largely because of bad governance, the affected youth tend to get involved in opposition politics, where they routinely face torture for their political beliefs, inflicted deliberately by a regime hell-bent on staying in power. Many are held incommunicado in safe houses, while others are imprisoned without trial for months and years on end. Among these are NUP's Sserunkuuma JohnBosco and James Mubiru Machete, among others. Since time immemorial, it has always been the youth to rise up and speak out whenever a country is misled by those in power. The infamous apartheid policy in South Africa was overwhelmed by the desperate committed young generation led by the then youthful Nelson Mandela and his peers. Uganda's own struggles, including the 5-year guerrilla war that brought NRM into power, succeeded especially because of the input of the youth from Makerere University. Currently, it is still the youth that are imposing pressure on the junta, which is why dictator Museveni resorts to offering them bribes. This Youth Day should remind us of our duties in the struggle. My fellow youth, we must rise up to the challenges of the day, the same way those who came before us did. Free Fred Lumbuye, free all political prisoners. Yes, that was the message on the other side from Honorable Zake. The other one was from the president himself. This is from Honorable Zake. And those are the two powerful messages that I wanted to bring to your attention on this International Youth Day. Lastly, I would also like to remind you guys that just like Barack Obama said, that we are the change we have been waiting for. So in brief, no single person is going to change things for us, but we ourselves. No single person is going to come from wherever they are to come and fight our struggles. We have to face them. We have to change things for the best of ourselves and for the best of the generations to come. Have the best of the day. People power, our power. I remain J.